Rush Duel is a fast-paced spin-off game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you can summon as many monsters as you want and draw up to 5 cards each turn. In this series, me and the TheDrAlex progress through each Rush Duel product release and build decks with whatever cards were available at that time. We have been drafting characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime and have exclusive access to those characters' boss monsters, and will continue to draft characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush series. Join us as we continue to battle it out in this series, Rush Duel Character Draft. So this is the deck we're bringing to today's game, and this is Dark Matter. So Dark Matter is one of Alex's archetypes, but I am bringing it this week, and I'll talk a little bit about that when we actually get into the games. But for this 1 week, we are bringing an Alex deck, which is very, very exciting. Dark Matter are basically all about having a lot of face-down cards, which are considered like in the shadows or darkness cards because you don't know what they are. So they gain different effects based on how many face-downs you have. You can tribute face-downs to do lots of very interesting things. So our primary goal is going to be to get out our fusion monsters in Enigmata and our Dark Matter Enignite Seeger, and basically support them with our other cards. Basically, Seeger and Enigmata can't be destroyed by card effects, which does make them reasonably sticky. But then we can try and bolster them by using things like Freya to give them piercing. We can use stuff like Jelly to turn off our opponent's battle traps so we can just keep getting in. As kind of a backup strategy, because there just aren't that many Dark Matter cards, we do have the Prophet and the Pale Rider to go into the Apocalypse, which on its own is still a very good card. Specifically, Apocalypse can't be destroyed by any card effects, which means we can Dark Hole it or use our Dark Hole device, and it will be protected from destruction. Other than that, the deck basically has a really cool resource loop with Hazardol. We can use Hazardol. Basically, the best target is going to be Cradle, so we can go Hazardol, get Cradle back from the graveyard, Cradle gets back Fusion from the graveyard, and bam, that is a Enigmata. And we've also decided to go for Zerato because this is one of our specific Legend cards, and Alex doesn't actually have access to this, so he doesn't actually get to see how it works, and hopefully it'll work quite good in this because it is a dark deck. So, let's fire into the games and see what Alex has got for us. So, last week we had Celebros versus the Fiends, and more specifically the God Maju Gazette stuff, which didn't go, realistically I think it didn't go how either of us expected, right? Celebros usually does really well and usually is a very competent deck at fusion spamming. Now, I'm not going to say I played the deck perfectly because I probably made a lot of mistakes, but I also think I did draw quite badly as well, so there is that. But the Fiend Maju Gazette stuff, I think some of it is pretty cool. I think a lot of it, though, is just going to fall back on the other really good Fiend stuff we've already got. We've already seen that the Royal Rebel stuff is still quite good. For this week, though, we've decided to do one of our little anime mix-ups, where we're going to take 2 different anime characters and use those. So this is a bit weird, because the Hybrid Drive stuff technically is used by an anime character that I play, but standalone, the Hybrid Drive cards are better for you, and I can't really do anything with them because they all basically work with dragons, and even the ones that work with machines generally are okay, like without having machines. Like the boss monster, I believe his effect specifically needs you to have dragons, but not machines, if I recall correctly. But then, obviously, to use the actual primary boss monsters of the deck, which is going to be the 2 Jointech Rex and Bluetooth Burst Dragon fusions, we'd need to overlap either way. As well as the fact, in order to recreate an anime duel, we kind of need Dark Matter to be the other one, and you've already brought Dark Matter, right? So I don't think you wanted to bring Dark Matter again quite so soon. So to give us both something new, I'm going to be on Dark Matter, and you're going to be on Hybrid Drive, which should be an interesting matchup.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about your deck. Do you feel it looks strong? Obviously, you've already played my deck, so you kind of have an inkling of what my deck can do. I don't really know what your deck can do.
I think it'll be good if I can get fusions out.
Yeah, let's hope you not a repeat of last week with my fusions.
Yeah.
So I do hope we get to see your fusions. I guess we also hope I get to see my fusions as well, because if my deck doesn't fuse, it also doesn't really do anything. I'm actually level 5 monsters. Unfortunately, will not win the game. So, shall we hop straight in?
Let's go.
Wow. Oh. Hey. Alright, we'll go first. Normal summoning, Dark Matter Lockdoll. I'm going to activate its effect. By sending a card from my hand to the graveyard, such as this Dark Matter Jelly, I can draw 1 card. Ooh. I mean, this potentially actually gives me a play, so I guess we'll do this. We'll summon out Dark Matter Cradle. I can pay 500 life points to change its name, and then I can take Fusion from my graveyard back to my hand, but I don't have a Fusion in my graveyard. But I do have one in my hand. So, we'll go ahead and combine our monsters together to create the mighty Enigmata. It only has 2200 attack, but you know, 2200 is better than nothing. I guess we'll just empty the hand. We'll summon out the Pale Rider, and we're going to tribute the Pale Rider to summon out Freya. Oh, I probably should have set this really to get the bonus effect, but you know, it's a learning experience. It's a learning experience. We'll just pass on that.
So, Light Wave Dragon.
Ah. I have a feeling I really, really should have set this monster.
And then we'll go normal.
Okay, we've got Hyperdrive Lizard. Flash summon a Scale or Tusk. We did mill one, so we got a little bit lucky there.
Review off.
Okay,
Rex.
Rex doesn't do anything here, which is quite nice.
Good
Okay, not the end of the
battle.
world then. But I do get to keep a monster.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, you don't get to keep it during the battle phase.
Oh, main phase.
That's why I was worried, because I thought you were going to slap down the Bluetooth and then pop, and my Enigmata doesn't have his protection because I don't have a face-down monster. It's okay, we've both made a goof so far, right? We are equal on the goof counter.
Yeah.
I have a play, but it's really bad. But I mean, I guess we're just going to do it, right? So I'm going to set one, set two, I'm then going to tribute Freya and summon forth Dark Matter Knight. Then we're going to set a back row, move to battle, and attempt to clear Rex with Knight. Alright, that worked out better than I thought it was going to. Obviously, I can't apply more pressure. That's kind of the Dark Matter thing.
Two.
Okay. We have Dragon. Activate Dragon. Weaken me down. Yeah, we do lose the Graceful.
Okay.
Bluetooth Burst Dragon. I think I will try and interfere with this. We're going to use Shiny Shady. By sling a card from my hand, I'm going to flip this face down and hope that's enough to protect me. Okay, Lizard brings back Scale or Tusk. Tusk comes back. Tribute both to summon Rex. Rex can't clear me. It can kill a face down, which will weaken me.
Right, yeah, I really needed that Bluetooth.
Well, if I don't draw a monster I can set, I can't clear your Rex, so... okay, I actually almost could not clear your Rex, but we have found a card. Alright, I'm going to normal summon my Dark Prophet. We're going to go ahead and activate its effect.
Okay.
But this let me throw some cards back into my deck. These three, and put them back. Grab back the Fusion. Then... So I'm going to tribute set over my Dark Prophet.
Okay.
Then... I'm going to tribute set over my Freya.
Okay.
Then... I'm going to tribute set over my Dead Shear. Then we're going to set some cards. Then we're going to get a battle, and... it's a tricky one, because you have two annoying cards. But I think we're going to try and just clear the Rex, because I kind of value the back row at this point. We'll pass. Although it is only the turn you normal summoned it, so maybe I shouldn't add up the Rex.
Look.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm pretty sure my deck's supposed to do more than just beat down with Dark Matter Knight, but... What we've got... Oh, Ship of 7. Scarred Burst. We already know we have a spare Burst. Well, you should have a good idea of the defense value of my monsters. And you know if they do die, my guy does get weakened.
Let this weapon activate join.
Okay, so shuffle two monsters from your graveyard into the deck. Change one monster on your opponent's field to face-up attack position or face-down defense position. That is really annoying. It's Freya!
Earth or Darks. Okay, well.
Welcome,
Nico Damabot.
Nico Damabot! So that has also weakened Dark Matter Knight.
3600 Nico Damabot.
In a weird way, has this worked out better than you had thought?
Yeah, probably. Go to battle.
It's okay, I'll just run into my Mirror Force. No, my bluff. Well. Now, do you bother attacking this? You know they all have the same defense value.
Yeah, they all have 1300.
You could
Could
donate
leave
600
500.
life points to the cause. Alright, let's try this up until it stops working, and then we'll get annoyed that we misplayed. So I'm going to flip summon my Dark Matter Knight. Then I'm going to normal summon Dark Matter Cradle. I can activate its effect, and its name becomes Dark Matter Mist. Then I can activate Fusion, and fuse these two together to create my Dark Matter Enignite Seeger. So it's pretty cool. You can weaken your monsters by 1,000 for each of my set cards. Well, only your level 7 and higher monsters, so actually your Tamabot's going to be fine either way. It's level 2, which is something you wouldn't expect to see on a 2,000 attack monster, but...
Yeah.
They also cannot be destroyed by my opponent's card effects, which is a good effect, but I know that you're very keen on running Magic Cylinder, so I don't know what that's going to be. Next up, we will normal summon Pale Rider. No, we will tribute set over this. Then we're going to normal summon over it into Hazardol. Activate Hazardol's effect. So this will let me add back my Cradle. Normal summon Cradle. Activate its effect, which will let me take Fusion back. Then we can activate the Fusion. Combine these two together into Enigmata. Now the downside to doing this play is I don't get a set monster, but I didn't have enough normal summons to get both of these out and have a set either way because I had too many tribute monsters in hand. So we're just going to go battle, and then I guess we're just going to kind of hope. So let's try running this into this. Ooh, so far so good. We'll try running this into this. Okay, that went better than expected through triple set, but let's see what we get. We've got Tusk. Got 3 cards at deck to the graveyard, then you can add a Hybridrive from your graveyard to your hand. So it doesn't have to be one of the cards you sent, which is quite nice. Takes back the boss monster, the Screwdriver.
Yeah, normal summon that Screwdriver.
Okay. Don't forget
Activate
that
his
you
effect.
can only destroy one of my 2 monsters.
Yes.
So you place 2 dragon-type monsters and 2 machines from your graveyard on the bottom of your deck in any order. Destroy 1 monster on the field. Then neither player can normal or special summon monsters with the same original name as the monster destroyed until the end of your opponent's next turn. That means I will not be able to summon an Enigmata next turn, which might actually be very frustrating. My deck just kind of wants to do that every turn.
Triple Talbot's back in. Yeah. I think it was that.
Okay. A little bit annoyingly, your Screwdriver's effect isn't just the turn it's summoned. So, if I don't clear that, you'll be able to do that again next turn. On the plus side, I don't actually need much more right now. So I think I'm going to set this, give your guy a nice little weaken, set another back row, go to battle, and we will attempt to clear over for 23. And then we'll just pass. Okay, lots of back row. I mean, I have, like, a play, but it doesn't end the game. It doesn't realistically accomplish anything. So, like, I don't see a point doing it. So I think we do just go straight to battle, and we will just swing into something. Yeah, take that scale.
I think I need to use this.
Yeah.
That's not looking great.
We need to probably make room in the back row as well, based on how this has been going.
Oh no.
I mean, you could just send all of them if you want brand new hand of 5. Alright, well I have to just pass my turn though. It's the Jointech Rex. Yep. Rex effect. We can shuffle 3 monsters from our graveyard into the deck. Destroy a spell trap. Ooh, that's a pretty good one. I'm guessing you were hoping for it was a, like, more pinkish card.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, end phase. Okay, so your back row's probably kind of scary then. Why not? Let's activate Void Corridor. So I can, if I have a Dark Attribute Galaxy type monster in my graveyard, I can summon one from my hand to the graveyard to add a Dark Galaxy monster from my graveyard to my hand. So the card I'm going to send is going to be my Dark Matter Jelly. And the card I want back to my hand, Dark Matter Knight. Then I'm going to tribute my Pale Rider for Knight, followed by flip summoning Claydol. I can activate Kraydol's effect. Do I want fusion in my hand right now? I actually don't think I do. Then I'll activate my fusion and combine these two monsters together to create Seeger number 2. Then, I think we just set this then. We set this. I will set this, go to battle, attempt to attack with this. Yeah, so we foresaw that. Nothing we can really do about that. We'll try and attack with this. Then we pass. Okay, so we've got Joint Take Joint again. This will let you change one of the monster's battle positions, and then you can fusion summon a level 9 or lower Earth attribute or Dark attribute machine type monster by sending cards from your hand and or field. Behold, Dark Matter Jelly. I wanted to use Jelly's effect, but I forgot how it worked. No, Alex, let's not. We'll save that for game 2.
Oh god.
We won't even read what that card does yet. Now, do you have any follow-up?
Go, Tababot.
Tababot! Yeah, I don't. If you had a way to pop that compulse, I had no way to stop you, so you would have just completely domed me there, but... Alright, well, that was game 1. All in all, actually was quite close. We had very similar cards in deck, very similar life points at the end. Let's see how game 2 goes. They're both like really good for different situations.
I'll go first.
Okay. Okay, 2 cards stuck in your hand. Well, you like having 2 cards stuck in your hand. What if I say I have 2 cards stuck in my hand?
Yeah, so those are 5s, right?
Well, mine could be spell traps, or they could be high-level monsters.
Oh, true.
Okay, Lizard comes down. Tribute for Rex. I don't have enough monsters in the graveyard yet.
Yeah.
Could remedy that. But I think you do this either way just to get a 2500 guy on the board. Unfortunately, none of our cards are cards we can activate right now. That is a very funny draw. I don't know if I could remotely say it was good. Huh. Alright, we're gonna just fire off Dark Hole, because I need that to be gone in case everything goes tits up in a sec. Then I'm going to set, tribute summon out Freya, go to battle, declare an attack with Freya, and declare an attack with Freya. And we'll pass. Freya beats, let's go! My cheerleading squad will not be defeated. Going for that scale effect. So it's 2 tributes for a dragon or machine monster that's summoned in attack mode. Oh, there's the burst. Do you have the light wave dragon now is the question. Or light ray dragon? I forget what it's called.
Fortunately not.
I mean, it's still a big guy, but I do lose my Freya. Okay, let's play the guessing game. Universe Storm, let's go. That one. I don't think that was what I wanted to hit. I mean, you never know. That might still be the best one to hit. Who knows? Right, I'm going to set 1. Then I'm going to set 2. I'm going to tribute both and summon out Dark Lord Zerato. So its first effect is irrelevant because I only had 3 darks in graveyard when I summoned it, but its primary, its like activated effect, I guess. Is like I said, a dark attribute monster from my hand to the graveyard, destroy all monsters on my opponent's field, but then I will lose this guy at the end of the turn. So if I do this effect and your back row's nothing, I could potentially win, but it is a bit high roll. But let's go for the high roll. Let's see what happens. So we'll send this, go to battle. We will attempt to attack. No, my high roll play!
This
okay.
sucks because I really don't want to right now.
But it's going to keep you alive, and it's basically going to kill Zerato. So I guess you want to pop Freya with this to maximize the most you're getting out of it.
Yeah, sure dude's gonna die anyway.
Yeah, and he loses the attack. And then no parts, because you would have taken an extra 18 otherwise, and I would have had a monster on the board. Lizard comes down.
Travel Lizard.
Such a nice little package, just like lots of ways to get out the tribute monsters. Rex comes down. Rex is probably live. Let's pop one of my cards. Which is the good one?
This one.
That was Fusion. That was Fusion, the good one.
Was Fusion both those back row?
No. Hopefully I'll get to use the other one in a sec. Alright, I have 2 different lines. They both lose to Magic Cylinder. You just don't have a Magic Cylinder, right? I think if I play around Cylinder, I physically can't win. Flip over my Void Corridor. I send this to grave, and then from the graveyard, I'm going to grab back Dark Prophet. I'm then going to normal summon out my Prophet, activate its effect, shuffle 3 cards back into my deck. That's going to be you, and yes, you. Grab back the Fusion. Then I'm going to normal summon out Pale Rider and drop the Fusion to fuse into Void Velgier Apocalypse.
Nice.
Now, this is, I guess it's fine, right? Right, so we'll activate Apocalypse. I will send this and add Dark Hole back to my hand, gains 1,000. Then I can activate the Dark Hole. And this is where... Ooh, okay, so that won't protect you from Apocalypse, at least. Then I'm going to set 2, and then Magic Cylinder doesn't exist. Attack.
It does.
No, it doesn't! It doesn't exist! It doesn't exist, Alex! Yeah, I had... Basically, I had another line where I can pay 500 life, and then I could get a... I could make 2 guys become Mist, summon out the 2200 attack Fusion, but I've paid 500 life points, so I'm now at 18, so I still die to Cylinder. So I was like, no matter how I do this, there is no way to play around Cylinder. And you had like 33 cards left in your deck. I mean, to be fair, you did shuffle some back in. But I was like, the odds of you having Cylinder weren't fantastic, so I had to go for it. And I suppose, really, I shouldn't have gone for the high roll Zerato play, but it would have been so funny if it worked. Let's see what happens in game 3. Alright, let's go first. Let's see what we draw here. Normal summoning, Dark Matter Lockdoll. I think I have to do this in like a very specific way. I don't think I can actually afford to use Lockdoll right now. Because if I do that and then I don't draw into something, I get boned. So, I'm going to tribute and summon out Hazardol. Activate Hazardol's effect. And then I can grab back Lockdoll from the graveyard. Then, I summon the Lockdoll. Activate Lockdoll's effect. Discarding Lockdoll and drawing a card. Maybe we'll be okay. We'll drop the Fusion. Summon out the boy. Set a back row and pass. Okay. Screwdriver comes down. Let's straight to end. Okay, what's that back row? It does not matter because we have drawn Universe Storm.
Couldn't have activated it anyway.
Okay. Well, at least it's gone, so I don't have to worry about it now. Either way, we summon the Pale Rider. We'll tribute over it to summon out Hazardol. We activate Hazardol's effect. And we add a card to hand. So we'll grab out the Lock Doll. I think I will set and set. Go to battle phase. We will just attack over this. And then we'll get in for our 18. And then pass it back. Here's Lizard again.
Oh, but I don't have that. Oh.
Scale or Tusk.
I thought I had. It's yeah.
Don't think I can do anything particularly nasty to you. I might actually just be going to battle phase. Surely there's something I can do. I would like to get you on the field, but there is this nasty problem that the Dark Matter cards have, which is they're not really good at making room.
Yes.
Possibly. Alright, we will just activate our Rush Storm. Just let me put 2 cards from my graveyard back into my deck. Which is probably...
I need this back row.
But I need to not die to the back row.
You won't die to the back.
Well, I don't even know what it is. I may never know what it is. How much damage have I got right now? So that's what, 18 plus 18. That's 36. Which means that would leave you on 25, mate. My one singular monster, even if I tribute summon, ain't hitting 25. So I think we just go straight to combat. Just swing. And we'll just swing. And then we'll pass. Oh, 7 treasures. Oh. Like, I don't have that many ways to deal with back row. So, if you have another bumper, you can activate it, because you do have 4 cards. You've got 2 dragons and 2 machines, so you would get to pop a monster and weaken. You also could just have Magic Cylinder. Is there any way I can play around everything? I very much doubt it. The problem is, if I flip up this monster that's face down, or tribute over it, I lose the destruction prevention that Enigmata has. So that means we could lose that to the bumper. If you've got Cylinder, you wouldn't even bumper Enigmata anyway. If you have bumper, and I attack first with Enigmata, you'll weaken Enigmata down by, what is it, 16? So you would lose only 1,000. Then I would attack you, or then you'd kill one of my other guys. And then I'd have to have another guy that's got at least 1,500 attack to kill. So I think, unless you have exactly bumper and cylinder, I should be able to kill you if I do this. So we'll go to battle, and we'll try and get in. Don't have the other one as well, please. Attack with this. Attack with this.
The fusion and a hyperdrive back fusion.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I thought it was unlikely you would have them, but you were still more likely to have bumper than cylinder. And when you flipped cylinder, I was like, no, that's the hard bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, those were some like weird games. I feel like neither of us really got to do what we were like trying to do. We kind of like did our kind of backup strategies a lot of the time. Like, my idea with this was to try and get out like a fusion and then start using the other guy's effects to like help them out. So like the piercing one from the cheer girl, jelly stops you from activating battle traps, and then dead cheer lets you like special summon monsters and like specifically get access to those cards that let me like mess with you, but that never really came off. And obviously you were trying to get out your big fusions, And you got out your fusion one time, but unfortunately it did run into a compulsory evacuation device, which is not ideal. But what did you think of the Hyperdrive deck? Did you think it was good? Like, did you like it? Because game 3 it felt like you bricked, but other than that, it felt like it was doing well.
Disappointed with how it's turned out.
Yeah, I mean, it's like again, this game 3 was a bit of a brick, right? Like you were still able to play the game, but you had a lot of cards stuck in your hand. You weren't able to like make the big plays, like we saw the lizard. What was the back row that I sent back to the bottom of your deck, by the way?
The Scout Thief.
Ah, okay, so yeah, that would have been really, really good for you if that had gone off. That would have probably fixed a lot of the problems. Yeah, I mean, overall, I think Hyperdrive seems cool, but again, without seeing the fusions come down more often, it's not easy to tell exactly how good it did. I don't know if I like the dark matter. Like, I don't think dark matters is like inherently bad, but I think it has a few too many issues that are going to hold it back from being like a real tournament contender. I think, though, we will be getting more support for this in the upcoming box, so I could see it jumping up a few tiers if it gets, you know, the contact fusion stuff's going to come out. I don't know if they get a double tribute monster. I've seen the episode where they do the contact fusion and they fuse with a dragon, like a big dark matter dragon thing. I cannot remember if that dragon is level 5 or is like a level 7 or 8 or something. So,
I think it's a 7.
Because that in itself would fix some of the issues of this deck, right? Of just, I need a space and I have a bunch of level 5s. So, like, just having something in engine or in archetype which makes room would actually be really, really good.
Yeah. Like game 2, I had the Wonder Fusion for this deck, but you had no space.
Yes.
The special summon a monster from your graveyard, so I couldn't use Hyperdrive's Wonder Fusion.
Yeah, I think the
annoying.
idea is it wants you to use Screwdriver, pop, and then make room. I think that's like the logic, but like how often is that realistically going to come off, right? Because that's the other thing.
All that in one turn.
Yeah, if you're playing 3 copies of Rex for consistency, 3 copies of Bluetooth for consistency, and then you're also expected to play another 3 copies of Screwdriver, like all of a sudden you're on like 9 tribute monsters. That is quite a lot. Like realistically, we tend to see about 7 on the high end. So 9 is a lot on top of if there's anything else you want to put in the deck, because there are still some other like useful dragon and machine cards that would work quite well in here. So I think it's an awkward one to build, but overall, those were some pretty good games. Games 1 and 2 were definitely better than game 3. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
But GG, buddy.
GG.